Okay, we're here tonight to learn about gut and why is it so important to have a healthy gut. I have this first slide here just to show you how um, health and wellness started for me. I got this kit from Young Living, and I learned that education and empowers you to learn and take decisions that are going to benefit you in the long run. And um, you're just gonna watch God's creation and work in your life. And this is what it's all about. Tonight, we're wanting to learn to empower ourselves with knowledge so we can make better decisions that will hopefully put us in a healthy and happy atmosphere and environment that we will get healthy and start growing. So this is the gut. What this class is all about is the gut rescue mission, and I thank you so much for all of you that are watching this tonight. We're going to give you a guide that will help you improve and maintain your health, starting with your gut, and we're gonna share some practical ways that you can start caring for that gut and for those microbes living in there, um, and how you can use essential oils to support your health too. So I want to begin by telling you a little bit about my story with essential oils and why am I so passionate about teaching my friends and my family about essential oils. If you know me, you may be familiar with my stories, but I've been having migraines basically ever since my second baby was born. I just struggled with migraines for a long time. Uh, After my second baby was born, they just got worse. I just had that brain fog, uh, typically typical with mommies and mommy brains. I was just exhausted, and um, every time I would get a migraine, I would just be miserable for 3 days in a row, and no pain relief from medicine or from um, chiropractic adjustments or anything like that. And one of my good friends, she offered me to try some essential oil samples and to just diffuse that and see if that would help, just would help uh, get my body where it needed to be in order to prevent any type of issues that will come along with just having my body in a healthy environment and in a healthy just routine. And so ever since I've embarked in this journey, not only using essential oils, but just looking for every single thing um, that could set off my migraines, just basically getting rid of toxins in my home, coming from cleaners, cosmetics, just shampoo, soap, um, conditioner, toothpaste, every single thing that could have potential harmful ingredients in them, as well as the food I've been consuming, and being aware of all those ingredients and reading labels. It just helped me get where I'm at. And I'm going to be talking about how you can also start getting back into that healthy body that God gave you, um, you are not created to be an a body that will just be miserable all the time. That you weren't created to be tired and exhausted. You weren't created to be stressed out. You weren't created with deficiencies, but this life in the modern world has brought us to a point where our bodies are crying for attention, um, and we want to nurture our bodies in a way that will help them overcome all the different deficiencies that are going on. And we are going to see how to start this by taking care of your gut tonight. So, what are essential oils? You might ask, why are they so important for our bodies to be able to um, overcome modern life? And they are the immune system of the plant. They're just simply inside of the plant. Um, when you break a branch, when you cut a flower, what is inside of this plant is basically the essential oils, and they are taking all the nutrients um, around to the plant, to all the parts of the plant. They're circulating all of these good particles that are full of powerful um, powerful compounds that make um, that make survival possible for that plant. And these oils are distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, fruit, rinds, resins, and herbs. And essential oils consist of over 100 natural organic compounds, and all of these compounds, the plants, um, it makes plants be able to withstand dangers in the environment they live in and survive. But basically, they're providing the immune system for the plant. And what is good about this is they can provide us with with powerful immune systems too. So think about your body, and think about soil and how these plants just need the perfect pH in the soil, the perfect conditions um, to be able to grow strong and be able to survive in the environment they live in. And just think about your body being your soil and how necessary it is to nurture, to provide all the nutrients that that soil needs, that your body needs in order to achieve health and wellness, in order to get a healthy harvest um, that will provide energy for that body, and that will provide immunity support for your body. And um, you know, if you can improve or damage the nature of your soil and your body with whatever you put on it or in it. When farmers are trying to grow a plant um, and maintain it healthy and get rid of all bugs or weeds that are trying to kill it, you don't want to spray it with toxins at the expense of all those nutrients growing inside of the plant. You don't want to do that. You want to change your soil and just replace whatever is toxic about it, whatever is damaging. You want to replace it with a natural and healthy uh, and just thriving energy source. And so, a very important part of your soil is your gut. I don't know if you knew this, but our bodies are only 10% human cells, and they're 90% microbial cells. What does this mean? That if the microbes and um, all of that bacteria living inside your body is unhappy, you're gonna be 90% unhappy too, because your body depends 90% of the happiness of those microbes living in you. And your gut contains about 75% of those bacteria and microbes living in your body. And the way that your immune system is going to be healthy and striving is if you take care of your gut and you provide everything that your gut needs to be healthy. And um, after this, you will influence your metabolism and immune status, your brain health, and your body weight. Everything will just be a ripple effect from that. And this is the ripple effect that comes with a healthy gut. You just need to work on that one thing to getting your gut healthy status, and you won't have to worry about anything else. Isn't that amazing? Um, your body is so powerful. Your digestion, your immune system, your brain, and your body weight can be controlled by just having a healthy gut. And if you thought that your destiny was uh, was told by your DNA, well, let me tell you that there's something called biohacking, and there's a lot of people that are using this nowadays. By combining biology and hacking, they can effectively hack their bodies and their biologies and achieve whatever goals they've set for themselves. When we learn about epigenetics explains how our cells are working inside of us, and how the environment that surrounds those cells are a key factor in the way that our genes are expressed, either through disease or through health. So um, if you modify the environment around your cells, you are going to be able to hack them into becoming more healthy. Isn't that amazing? Um, so if we want better outputs, we want to nourish our bodies through important elements that will add to our diet and to our every lifestyle. We want better inputs. Um, Whatever we are going to put in our bodies, we want to make sure that it's not toxic. And um, on the contrary, we want to include healthy options in our lifestyle, healthy food, healthy, nutritious food, and that will give us energy, that will heal our gut. And in this way, we will be able to make a huge impact for the better on our bodies. This is how you decide your destiny. It's a ripple effect. So if we want to learn about all the toxins that are out there in this world, um, we must start by exploring about GMOs and glyphosate. And these might be some of you might be familiar with these, some of you may not. So I'm just going to go over main points about these elements. And um, unfortunately, in today's civilized world, there are more negative impacts that can wreak havoc in our bodies. Um, and some of those are GMOs, which is basically uh, this is just engineering um, in order to make plants and animals bigger and nicer and more colorful, more attractive to consumers, and also make them resistant to certain things like Roundup or glyphosate. Glyphosate is uh, the term for Roundup here. They have to spray these crops to be able to have less weeds, but they are putting a lot of toxins on whatever we are eating, whatever they're putting on our tables. Um, Glyphosate is in your diet will have the same effects as antibiotics for your gut flora. This is very important because antibiotics don't discriminate between good bacteria and bad bacteria. They just kill every single living organism in your gut, and this is not good because some strains of good bacteria fail to recover within 6 months, some studies show, and this can affect your health in the short term and the long term because of the interaction of so many physiological processes that take place in your body. Um, this kind of exposure can promote long-term disease, um, and it's just this is a ripple effect that we were talking about in a negative way, which it's very unfortunate that we are consuming so much of this on a daily basis, and we have no idea of the harms that are posing to our health. Um, a variety of things that determine the microbiome. The microbiome is all of those uh, microbes determining your DNA. Will be type of birth, whether you were born through C-section or vaginal birth, your age and your past nutrition, what kind of diets have you had in the past? If it's a modern diet, it'll be more processed food, but hopefully it'll be more natural food, just coming from natural sources. And also medication, like we talked about before, antibiotics that we've taken in the past could have killed a lot of good bacteria that failed to recover in our bodies, and that's why we need to rebuild this. Um, just rebuild that bacteria population in your gut because bacteria will be the the main source of health for your gut. Um, this is so important because bacteria is responsible for um, both treating your digesting everything you eat, absorbing um, the necessary nutrients that your body needs, and they will provide the most healthy atmosphere and reconstruct that digestive tract in the most in the better in the best way possible. Um, that's why um, these days we talk about might have heard about leaky gut syndrome and autoimmune diseases and many disorders that are coming from this unhealthy lifestyle that we lead in this modern world. And this is all coming from an unhealthy gut. Even fertility and longevity are also highly reliant on the balance of the critters living within our guts. So do you think your gut needs some fresh, healthy soil? How can you cause a rejuvenating wave to shake your whole body by just taking care of your gut? Tonight, we're going to talk about the certain beneficial bacteria that will lower inflammation and will lessen the severity of allergic reactions, for instance. Um, Allergic reactions are just coming from underlying uh, underlying causes that sometimes don't have to be with the anything to do with the outside factor, but it has to be with the healthy or unhealthy state of your gut. So many natural foods will reduce that inflammation that is caused every time you eat wheat if you have a gluten allergy. Um, and it will also provide relief from coughing or colds or the flu or even a sore throat. Um, these high antioxidant foods will help reduce the gut damage and will will reduce the oxidative stress that your gut is going under, and they will turn down an overactive immune system while safeguarding healthy cells. I know this might be a lot of scientific talk, but we will explain what we're talking about here in just a little bit. Um, for now, let's talk about what are foods that will promote inflammation and that you want to eliminate from your diet as soon as possible to start building that good bacteria in your gut. Refined vegetable oils like canola oil, corn oil, and soybean oils, they are high in pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. That is why you want to eliminate these as quickly as possible to reduce inflammation. These are oils that don't have any taste, and that they are cheap fillers, cheap options to fill everything that comes in a package for us. You know, companies have to find the most efficient, most and cheapest way possible to put food on the market, and mostly, like, more very frequently, the first ingredient that you will see in these processed foods is some kind of vegetable oil, because they don't have flavors and they are very cheap filler. But these are going to produce a lot of inflammation in your gut and body. Um, you also want to reduce the amount of pasteurized dairy products that you consume, that it will be also um, just promoting a lot of allergies mainly. You want to reduce the intake of refined carbohydrates as well, like wheat, and also processed grain products, like just any type of grain and rice and oats. You also want to reduce the intake of conventional meat products and poultry and eggs, because these are high in omega-6 um, too, and these animals are just being they are fed an unhealthy diet full of corn and cheap ingredients, and their microbiomes are being affected due to this poor diet, and so everything that we will be eating will be affecting our own microbiome negatively too. Um, you also want to eliminate as much as possible all those added sugars and products, like in the majority of packaged snacks, breads, and condiments, and some canned items and most cereals. Um, Sugar is the most inflammatory ingredient on the market these days. And also, you want to reduce the intake of trans fats and hydrogenated fats that are used in many packaged and processed products, and often in fried foods um, that you order at restaurants. But there are many other natural foods that will help reduce inflammation, that will increase that good bacteria in your gut. And most of these foods are high in antioxidants, and this will reduce the damage caused by the oxidative stress that we were talking about earlier. Um, and just they will turn down an overactive immune system while safeguarding cells. Um, they fight free radicals, and we will talk about what free radicals are in a minute. So this is basically what you want to introduce in your diet, and it will start healing your gut. Fresh vegetables of all kinds, loaded with phytonutrients that are shown to lower cholesterol, triglycerides, and some symptoms of like arthritis or Alzheimer's disease are caused by a low intake of phytonutrients. So you wanna start eating a lot of fresh vegetables. Aim for variety and a minimum of 4 to 5 servings per day. Some of the best vegetables include beets and carrots and broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower and kale. Cauliflower is my favorite. Dark leafy greens too are very good for you, and onions, peas, salad greens, sea vegetables, and squashes. You also want to up the intake of whole pieces of fruit, not juice fruit. Okay, fruit contains various antioxidants like resveratrol flavonoids, which are tied to cancer prevention and brain health. 3 to 4 servings per day will be plenty of fruit, and just concentrate on blackberries and blueberries, and other cherries and other berries. Also, grapefruit is great, and pomegranates and plums. The herbs and spices and teas you also want to integrate in your diet that will help you um, just give a boost to that immune system. We also have these and essential oil variety. Like just examples of this are basil and oregano and thyme. Um, Probiotics is a must in getting that healthy gut on track. And some of those probiotic foods will contain good bacteria, great bacteria that will populate your gut and fight off the bad bacterial strains. You want to include probiotic foods like yogurt and kombucha. Kombucha, if you haven't heard, is a great drink to replace soda. If you like pop soda and you want to replace that with something more healthy is kombucha is the greatest option. It's so good. It's a little fizzy and it's full of good bacteria. Um, Also, culture veggies are great for this purpose. And I have a little picture of Life 9 probiotic that I get from Young Living. That is also a great supplement to be supplemented those good bacteria strains and make sure that you're having all these good good bugs working in your favor. Um, you also want to include wild caught fish in your diet. Why wild caught is because they're not the farmed fish is going to be fed with corn and which is an unhealthy diet as well. So the best option is to go with wild caught. Also cage-free eggs and grass-fed pasture-raised meat for the same purpose because if we're trying to get all those toxins out of our diets, we the most important thing to do is to start with all the meat and the poultry and the fish that we get because that's where all these toxins are going to be most concentrated and form. And these are higher in omega-3 fatty acids than any farm raised foods as well, and they are great sources of protein and healthy fats and essential nutrients like zinc, selenium, and B vitamins. Also, healthy fats like grass-fed butter and coconut oil and extra virgin oil, olive oil, and nuts and seeds are great to provide brain support. Your brain needs a lot of these good fat sources, and um, unlike the belief of today's modern world that thinks that fat is bad. It's actually the opposite. Your body needs these healthy fats and able to um, in order to be able to work properly. So you need these um, foods like great sources of healthy fat in your diet. You need it ASAP. um, Asian grains and beans are also a great source of protein, and the best when sprouted and 100% unrefined, no processed wheat is good. But these grains that haven't been refined and that are whole and are sprouted are great. Just 2 to 3 servings will be good, or less is best. You don't want to overdo it either. But good examples are black beans, black-eyed peas, chickpeas, lentils, black rice, amaranth, black wheat, and quinoa. Um, and also, grain wine and dark chocolate will provide a good source of polyphenols. We're going to see what these polyphenols are, but polyphenols are great for your gut. So we've seen what we want to include in our diet, and this will support our whole body. But um, it'll provide the ripple effect for every system in your body, all your hormone levels, your brain health, and your healthy weight, and even emotions and stress. But in the past, uh, a lot of people didn't have a way to source all of these good foods and have just a balanced diet. They didn't have that, but a lot of people like me found this kind of support in essential oils, and this is why I love essential oils because they can provide so many good support sources for all of your body systems. And essential oils are not new age. They're not something new that just came about uh, in the modern world. They before long time ago, before diffusers even existed, humans would vaporize essential oils in bowls of boiling water, and even in the Bible, God instructed the Jews to keep incense burning 24/7 in the temple. And what were they burning in the incense? They were burning essential oils. Ancient Egyptians used essential oils on a daily basis as well. The royalty and the high priests were given their own scent blend. And they have the earliest recorded recipe for a body deodorant that was made with essential oils as well. In the Bible, they are mentioned 1,100 times, directly or indirectly, and the first time that they are mentioned is in Genesis chapter 37, when the slave traders took Joseph and they carried spices, balm, and myrrh. Many of those spices and balm and myrrh being essential oils. It is written that God told Moses to create a holy anointing oil made from myrrh, sweet cinnamon, and calamus and cassia and olive oil. And this was the holy anointing that they would use from them on to anoint kings, to anoint priests. They also Hippocrates said the way to health is to have an aromatic bath and scented massage every day. And I wish I could have that every single day. But this is the way to health, uh, said Hippocrates. And the long relationship between humans and oils is, for me, it's very telling and a huge indication these beautiful oils were perceived as a treasure for many, a treasure coming from creation. Um, it was only after World War II when essential oils were rediscovered after the science and the use of it was lost. And the science on this essential oils grows every single year. So how do they enter? How do these essential oils work? Well, if you know anything about how our noses are wired, um, our noses, the 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 smell sense is very particular and very different from the other four senses of humans. They are the only ones, the only sense that is connected directly to the limbic system of the brain. This is where all our emotions and memories are stored, and the olfactory neurons are right there too, uh, connecting the nasal cavity directly to the brain. And the nose is the only opening that the brain is exposed. So imagine these aromatic substances that are essential oils. When we breathe them in, whether we're diffusing them or just inhaling from the bottle, they go straight to the brain, and tests have shown that the soils reach the heart and the liver and the thyroid in 3 seconds when inhaled because of their proximity with the brain. And they are found in the bloodstream in 26 seconds when applied topically, so not even going through the olfactory sense, but when you apply them topically, they work too. They work fast, and um, they last 3 to 6 hours in a normal healthy body. But when your body is unhealthy, their effects are shown to last even longer than that. And that is why it's so important to know about these powerful elements in nature that will just support your whole body. So going back to talking about um, your gut and your health, um, it is very important for your gut to have all of that good bacteria, like we already talked about. If your system is not healthy enough to process certain foods that are nourishing to others, like eggs and nuts and honey, you may become allergic, but uh, you're also going to have uh, what is called a gut microbiota dysbiosis. What this is just associated with a number of gastrointestinal and systemic disorders. And um, for instance, lavender in this study, in this website, this is the PubMed website where you can find a number of studies that are being made on oils. Um, This particular study examined the number of essential oils that could be beneficial to aid the dysbiosis in your gut. And among the ones that proved to be effective in inhibiting the growth of potential pathogens was lavender. And this is so important because you want to inhibit the growth of these bad bacteria, but you want to preserve the good bacteria in your gut. Um, So another way that I found life to become a lot easier is to using other some other of the oils that came um, in my premium starter kit that I showed you in the first slide. My favorite ones are frankincense. It's frankincense, cocoa, peppermint, and stress away. Frankincense is just um, the ingredient for brain power, and it's grounding and helps with purpose. Where frankincense has like over 10,000 uses, but it's just so grounding for prayer time and for focus and for meditation time, and it'll just help your brain be able to process any type of um, thoughts and processes that are going through. Copaiba promotes overall wellness and supports nearly every system in the body. Some studies show that the copaiba has gastroprotective properties as well, so it's going to be protecting your gut and your um, gastrointestinal system. Peppermint also provides gastrointestinal comfort, and it also promotes a healthy bowel function, and it will enhance healthy gut function this way. It'll help maintain efficiency of the digestive tract as well. And stress away promotes wellness, and we were talking about oxidative stress before, and we'll touch on that more later. But stress away is just a blend that will be an important part of your daily regimen when we're talking about reducing stress in your life. Um, so these are just an example of what the way you can use essential oils for your gut health, but there's more. These are where polyphenols come in handy. These class of micronutrients will act as an antioxidant in your body, and it will also encourage the growth of beneficial bacteria, and that's why this is so important to include in your diet. Polyphenols are natural occurring chemical compounds found in many of your favorite foods like blueberries and wine. And this should just be the fertilizer that your soil, your body needs, um, and it'll just flourish your microbiome in an amazing way. But also, in my starter kit, I got 2 samples of Ninsure Red, and this wolfberry says this drink is made of. They are rich. They are very high in polyphenols. Recent studies have documented that dietary polyphenols will contribute to the upkeep of your intestinal health, and that's why you want to have this good source of polyphenols on your daily regimen. So if you don't drink wine and you prefer something more like this to supplement your diet every single day, Ninsure Red will be your go-to, and it is amazing. Um, they maintain the gut microbial balance by stimulating the production of beneficial bacteria, like we said. And it'll actually break down the nutrients that your body is needing. Everything that you eat, these polyphenols will help digest that and absorb all the nutrients your body needs. And it's the first step on the road to wellness. This Ninsure Red right here was the first step for me to start getting better and support my health at the highest level possible. Um, so once that inner ecology, once those microbes are happy in there, um, they will bring less pain and more energy and better moods and a happier belly and a balanced immunity. Doesn't that sound amazing? It's been amazing. It's been really amazing to experiment this in my own life, and I can tell you it's been uh, the I can't even remember um, being my body being this happy in the longest time. And I've only been on this kind of diet for about a month or two. But I can tell you, I've gotten the sweetest relief in every way possible. So I encourage you to include these in your diet. It'll be the best decision for you, and you won't regret it. Some other fun facts about Ninsure Red and the wolfberries that this drink is made of. So 1 ounce of Ninsure Red takes for me. This is all I have in a daily basis. It's just 1 ounce. And these are the equivalents in antioxidants. So it's like 1 ounce of Ninsure Red is equivalent to 22 carrots, 93 apples, 10 pounds of spinach. There's my like favorite character telling you to eat spinach. Well, he will probably think about it twice now, because this is the equivalent. I'm not going to eat 10 pounds of spinach in one day to feel better, but I can take 1 ounce of Ninsure Red, right? 59 broccoli florets. Wow. 55 pounds of almonds. Oh my goodness. Really bad. And 814 blueberries. These are the equivalents in antioxidants, and we'll talk about why antioxidants are so important too. But this Ninsure Red provides energy support. It supports normal cellular function, which means your cells are just gonna heal themselves, and they will be doing what they're supposed to be doing. It supports whole body health and supports normal eye health too. Um, Revitalizes, energizes, and fortifies, and it helps prevent oxidative stress, which we'll touch on on our next slide. The wolfberries are actually found in China. The ancient Chinese have been using these wolfberries for over 5,000 years. And Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, found out about these by a doctor from China, and that's how he started including this in our supplements. And we can get dried wolfberries from Young Living, and we can also get the Ninsure Red that is just the juice from the juice and the pulp from these wolfberries. And the good health that the Ninsure elderly have been attributed to wolfberries. Ninsha is the area, the province in China that grows wolfberries the most. Just all it took for these people was a bowl of fresh wolfberries a day. It's just part of life, and it supports the health supporting properties of being passed down for generations, and it's their national treasure. The Ningxia wolfberry is. Um, the thing that I want to talk about here is how these wolfberries are going to work to prevent the free radical damage cells, how antioxidants play a part in this, what oxidative stress means. So on the top of the slide here, on the top left, we see a normal oxygen atom. These are atoms living inside of our cells. And a normal oxygen atom has neutral charge, which means it has the same amount of positive uh, positive elements and the negative elements of this atom. But when an atom loses an electron, which is negative charge, it will create a free radical because that atom is not of neutral charge anymore. And this is why we want to prevent this, because these atoms that are free radicals, they're just looking for another the electron missing, and most of the times are just gonna try to borrow it from other normal atoms, and it will produce this chain reaction, which will cause more and more free radical atoms all over the place. And what these free radicals do is they damage our cells, and our cells are no longer able to protect from oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is just like, think of an apple, and when you cut that apple and how it goes brown, um, and it's just this reaction of oxidation is exactly what happens with our cells. And antioxidants, what they will do is they will prevent the damage caused by free radicals, and they will help. They will provide that missing atom, the missing electron to those atoms as well, so they are balanced and they don't produce any more damage to the cell. So these antioxidants are amazing things to include in our diets. Just be aware, there's a lot of antioxidant supplements that are synthetic, and you want to be very careful with those, because they won't offer nutritional qualities that you need. Per se, the antioxidant effects are not going to be, they're not going to work the same as natural ones. They could they could cause adverse effects in humans, and because you were not meant to consume high dose of vitamins and like of one single vitamins and a low dose on other vitamins. You were created to consume the same amount and a balanced amount of all vitamins. And what natural antioxidants will help you is they will provide a whole lot of health benefits. Um, the body will accept them uh, more openly. There will be those antioxidant effects you want, and you can find a lot of these fat soluble vitamins and butter and fish oils and nuts that we talked about before. Also, when we talk about bacteria and how much we need bacteria, we want to rethink about antibacterial soaps, because those soaps are killing all, like just like antibiotics. They don't uh, they don't make a difference between good bacteria and bad bacteria. They just kill all bacteria, and this is really damaging our health. And just be aware that, do your research. Don't believe what I say. Just you go do your research, um, and find the best way to keep your gut health um, in term. Just just do it. I did it. I did my research. I went through a bunch of essential oils companies. I went through a bunch of doctors. I went down that rabbit hole, and I want to tell you that when I found Young Living, I had I didn't need to go down researching anymore, because of once the amazing results I got, but just the seed to seal promise they have. If you don't know what that is, just you can go research it on your own and at seed2seal.com. But it's basically, it's their promise to bring you the purest essential oils on the planet. You know, when you eat one apple that's been sprayed with glyphosates, which is Roundup, you may get some amount of toxins in there, but essential oils are so concentrated that if they've been sprayed with pesticides, it would be like ingesting a whole apple tree that's been sprayed with pesticides. And this is why it's so important to research um, the production and the companies that your oils are coming from, and make sure that they haven't been sprayed with pesticides, that they don't have any added chemicals in those bottles. Young Living, they hand weed all their plants. They don't use weed killers, and the plants are harvested at their peak, so you know that they have the best amount of healthy compounds in there to support your immune system, and the most powerful compounds that your body is going to benefit from. There's a vigorous testing process going on that test all of their distilled oils a number of times to make sure that everything um, is meeting their high standards. And um, this is their promise from the farm to their home, to those farms that they own, those virgin lands that haven't been sprayed with pesticides. And you can even go down to their farms. That you can go and see the process for yourself. Like there's nothing to be hidden. Everything is exposed. Um, just accompanied with a huge level of integrity. This is what lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle means. And for me, Young Living made that possible for me because of their program, their ER program, their Essential Rewards program. It's just a lifestyle in a box. They call it, and it's because they have so many good products that will support your health. And just like you wouldn't take a supplement once a month, uh, or once a week to be able to see the results you're looking for, or you wouldn't work out just one day in a week and expect to lose all of those extra pounds. The same way goes with your health. You're not going to um, see the results you're expecting, and you're not going to get the health benefits that you are expecting from essential oils and uh, from supplements in general if you don't do them regularly. And that's why Young Living has come up with this program to deliver a box to you full of those good products like Ninja Red, specifically Ninja Red, but also they have cleaning products. They have um, um, all sorts of supplements for like targeted areas in your body that are needing support. Um, they have they have also a sleek line, which is good for weight management to support the weight management program you're on. Um, it's just amazing, all the good things that you can incorporate in your lifestyle to support your goal of getting healthy and leaving about that wellness line. Um, this program pays you back. They actually give you points on every purchase, which later can be used to get free products. So this is awesome. Um, and coming to an end of this class, I'm so glad that you joined me tonight, and I'm so glad that you get this information. And again, this is just the beginning. There's a lot of uh, just good steps to take towards health and wellness, and just getting your body back on track, getting your health back on track. And just remember, it'll be the little decisions, the little baby steps you take that will get you to your destination. And for me, I started with essential oils, and because it's the best way to to get my family and my own health back on track. It's the best way to replace everything toxic in my home, because I'm not longer spending money on food and supplements that are toxic, and not even on cleaning products that are toxic anymore, because I can get all of that through um, Young Living, and everything is infused with essential oils that are so powerful. So it's just the lifestyle um, of including these powerful particles that are in essential oils, even from your cleaners and even from your supplements that are infused with essential oils. Like, Nature Red. So it has also an essential oil blend um, in that bottle. It's not just wolfberries. Well, not just blueberries, but wolfberries are amazing, but else are too. And it's just going to give you the boost, and give you that give your health that boost that needs in order to just keep getting healthier. Um, and also, your body needs to kick those toxins out of your body, and essential oils, mm, like all citrus oils, for instance, lemon that comes in the starter kit, will help flush all those toxins, will detoxify your body from all toxins that have been building up, and it'll take some time, but essential oils just make that detoxifying process much faster um, for you. And just let me get real with you for a moment as we wrap up, and tell you the true reason that I teach so emphatically about this. Why does chemical-free living matter so much to me? Uh, I have seen I have seen the other end of a chemical-filled lifestyle. I've seen it in my symptoms. I've seen it in my kids, and I want everyone to know what they're putting in and on their bodies. The number two cause of death in the United States is cancer. 1,620 people a day die of cancer. That is a very high number. 1 in 3 cases in the US are directly linked to poor diet, physical inactivity, weight, or chemical exposure. The American Cancer Society says only 5 to 10% of all cancer cases are from gene defects. 5%, that means 95% of cancer cases are under our control. It's what we allow into our homes. And this is why it's so important to get those toxins out of your home and out of your body. The National Institute of Occupation Safety and Health studied 2,983 ingredients in our products at home and found 884 toxic ingredients. 314 of them caused biological mutations. 218 caused reproductive problems. 778 were toxic to the human body. 146 of them they knew caused cancer tumors, but they are all allowed in the United States. They are all allowed, even though they were banned in other countries around the world. And many of these chemicals are allowed in common cleaning supplies in the US and in many of the processed foods that we eat every single day. 26 seconds after exposure, chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body. The average woman applies 300 chemicals to her body a day, 80 before breakfast. The top 10 most dangerous chemicals in our home are air fresheners like plug-ins or candles. Second on the list, the chemical cleaning supplies, the drain and over the cleaners, and furniture polish, and even the dishwasher soap and the dish soap, and beauty supplies and personal care products like hairspray, gel, shampoo, and deodorant are laden with chemicals. Most deodorant has aluminum in it, and we slotted it on our lymph nodes for 70 years. Many scientists believe aluminum exposure may be linked to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, just like the deficiency that or the ingredients, the toxin ingredients that we ingest in our daily diets. One of the top pollutants in the family home is the laundry soap and fabric softener. Um, and because we wash our clothes and it sits on our skin and it outgasses in our closet all night long, and we're breathing that in and taking that in through our skin. Um, there's there are 100,000 chemicals on the market today. There are so many synthetic additives into our food that are very toxic. Um, and what does this mean to you? What does all this mean to you? Simply put, these chemicals have not had any safety testing We know very little information about the side effects, and Dr. Samuel Epstein, chairman of the Cancer Prevention Coalition, says it is unthinkable that women and men would knowingly inflict such exposures on their infants and children and themselves if products were routinely labeled with explicit warnings of cancer risks, but they're not labeled. They don't put it on the label. They hide it. And since the 1940s, prostate cancer is up to 200%. Thyroid cancer, 155%. Brain cancer, 70%. And the American Cancer Society estimates a 50% rise in cancer rates by 2020. It is no wonder that the quality of air inside your home is 5 to 7 times more toxic than the outdoor quality. That's why we want to go back to that natural state that we were created in. And what happens when your body is chemically overloaded? You may see it in something as catastrophic as cancer, but most of us feel it in other ways, like lethargy, inability to focus, sleep trouble, chronic inflammation, unexplained pain, and skin issues like adult acne, just hormonal imbalances, hot flashes, stress, and fear. I want you to know, like, if you face any of these, there is a way out, and all the information we provide in this class is just the start. So I want to encourage you to go and find all the products you have in your home, all the processed foods, or all everything you have in your pantry, and just look at those ingredient labels and research the ingredients. You can download an app called Think Dirty app, which will allow you to scan products and find ingredients, and they will provide with a rating, and they will provide with information if that ingredient is toxic or not. Just research everything, and you are the one that allows good things or bad things through the threshold of your own home, and you're responsible for your family and the life of those around you. And I know that because of you are here tonight watching this class, you care, and I know you will share this with them too, because you love them and care um, the way I care for you. I love you, and when you take care of yourself, you will be able to fully do what God created you to do. I thank you so much for joining me tonight, and let me know if you have any more questions. I'm here for you. The best way to start this is to eliminate those toxic ingredients and toxic elements in your diet, and start adding essential oils and infrared to your life. I love you, and have a good night.